It's often been said that the greatest reward is in the journey, not the destination. And what a remarkable road to victory it was for the 1998 Reading High football team. Reading was coming off a 1997 season soured by a 7-6 loss to co-champion Wakefield. The narrow defeat cost the Rockets and head coach Tom Kasperzak a chance to advance to a third straight Super Bowl. Hopes were high beginning the 1998 season as the Rockets returned most of their skill position players from the 97 team. But the Rockets graduated most of their interior linemen, including RMHS Athletic Hall of Fame inductee Eric Kalianides. Offensive line coach John Bounder did some creative work, moving fullbacks Mike Garino and Gary Ward to the offensive line. Kevin Finney started at center, while Rob McHugh and John Pace rounded out the starting five. Another critical piece fell into place when Andrew Mallett decided to play football. He would later make one of the most pressure-packed kicks in school history. Reading had a terrific running game, led by the 1-2 punch of tailback Rob Olivar and fullback Adam Briggs. The explosive Olivar rushed for 1,023 yards with 10 touchdowns, while the hard-running Briggs finished with 843 yards and 8 scores on the ground. Reading also had a tough defense coached by coordinator John Fiore and led by hard-hitting linebackers Mike Garino and Gary Ward. Garino's 66 tackles led the Rockets. Joe Kane was named an All-Scholastic for his play at tight end and defensive end. Dan Carrigan, Matt Leahy, Mike Drillio, and Kevin Feeney also started on the defensive line in the Rockets' 5-2 scheme. Mike Boyd anchored the defense as a 3-year starter at safety. His 5 interceptions and 4 fumble recoveries led the Rockets in both categories. Free safety Jamie Gath had 4 interceptions. Adam Briggs and Sean Harrison made a formidable pair of cornerbacks. Boyd also started at quarterback. Though not called on to pass often, he did throw for 412 yards and 5 touchdowns. Gath led the Rockets with 12 receptions, while Kane's 4 TD catches were a team's best. Aaron Ward rounded out the receiving corps. The season began with a disappointing 12-0 loss on the road at non-league Gloucester, Reading's only loss of the season. But the Rockets bounced back with a convincing 36-16 win over Burlington. Reading had 3 extremely stiff tests in the Middlesex League. The first, and arguably the toughest, came against Melrose in Week 3. Explosive Melrose tailback George LeBlanc took the opening kickoff 80 yards for a touchdown. Reading finally got on the scoreboard with a 7-yard Boyd touchdown run to narrow the lead to 14-7 as the third quarter came to a close. Then came a final 43 seconds that will go down as one of the most improbable comebacks in school history. As the final minute of the game wound down, Briggs completed a halfback option pass to Gath for a 15-yard touchdown to cut the lead to 14-13. Kasperzak opted for 2 and the win, but Gath's 2-point conversion pass to Kane was batted away. Melrose, believing it had the win, began to celebrate. Reading attempted an onside kick, and Kane recovered the ball at the Rockets' 45-yard line with just 33 seconds left to play. Boyd scrambled for a 31-yard gain to the Melrose 24, then completed a pass to Gath, who stepped out of bounds at the Melrose 12. With 3 seconds left on the clock, Mallett split the uprights from 29 yards away to give the Rockets the victory. Next up was preseason favorite Belmont, which was led by its big offensive and defensive lines and a powerful running game fueled by Torrin Swindle. Belmont entered the game with a perfect 4-0 record, but Reading derailed the Marauders in a stunningly lopsided 17-0 victory. Wakefield was Reading's final huge hurdle, and the 2 defending co-champions met at Landrigan Field on October 30th. The game was a wild affair in which Wakefield outgained the Rockets in total offense, but Reading capitalized on 4 Warrior turnovers to pull out an 18-16 win. Boyd's 1-yard keeper, with 1:19 left on the clock, sealed the victory. Reading claimed its 3rd Eastern Mass Division II Super Bowl championship with a 37-6 victory over Bay State Carry Division champion Braintree. Braintree scored on a 79-yard touchdown bomb to cut Reading's lead to 14-6, but that was as close as the overmatched Womps would get. The Rockets executed a double reverse flea flicker pass from Boyd to Kane right before the half to make it 21-6, and the outcome was never in doubt. While the title game lacked the drama of the regular season, two individual milestones were passed on that December morning at Boston University. Tom Kasperzak won his 100th game as a head coach, and Rob Olivar became the fourth Reading High back to gain over 1,000 yards in a season with a 123-yard, two-touchdown performance. The 10-1 Rockets also solidified their status as the Middlesex League's team of the 1990s by winning an unprecedented fourth straight league title. Many members of the Rockets would continue to give to the program after graduation. Mike Boyd, Mike Perino, and Adam Briggs would go on to serve as assistant football coaches. In 2009, Mike Boyd lost a long battle with cancer, but his legacy of fierce competition lives on when the team's best defensive player receives the Mike Boyd Award. The obstacle for the Rockets was not the Super Bowl, but the difficult path it took to get there. And their unforgettable journey is worthy of Hall of Fame remembrance. It is with great pride the RMHS Athletic Hall of Fame welcomes the 1998 football team into the class of 2011.